Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tour to Tour series. Today we are in Chicago O'Hare Airport and we are going to be flying to Winnipeg. This is actually one of the shorter legs that we've got. I believe, double check. Yeah, this is only 708 nautical miles as the crow flies. So the plane is kind of set up. We've got most of it ready. What we need to do now though is close all those doors. And we can come here. We've got the APU running, which means we can disconnect that GPU. We can pull away the fuel truck. I'm going to take the gate config off as well. So 230 souls on board. I shouldn't have closed that down. It's been a while since I flew this plane. This, of course, being the Boeing 767. This is the 300 version, the ER. You can see it right here. This is the Flight Factor aircraft. This is one of their better aircraft. This is a really nice one. Good fun to play with. So,
ladies and gentlemen, the captain and crew would like to welcome you on board this Boeing 767-300 airliner. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you, or in an overhead bin. The flight crew will do everything possible to make your flight comfortable and enjoyable. Xplane.org, Step to Sky, and Flight Factor wish you a pleasant flight experience.
there you go then. We are currently in KORD, like I said. This is the Nimbus KORD, which is really cool. You can see up here, there are people that walk around inside the terminal, which is nice. So, this is done. IAS max selector. Initial heading. No, that is not done. The initial heading is not selected. So we're taking off from runway 28 right. 28 right. 28 right. Is it this one? There we go. Need a bit of distance. Okay. So our heading should be 280. That would be useful, wouldn't it? We'll arm LNAV as needed, exactly like it said. Initial heading, that is the initial heading. Initial altitude. Okay, so if we come here to our legs, we're climbing straight up to cruise level by the looks of it, which is, for us, 38,000. Pretty big cruise altitude, but there we go. We'll put VNAV on afterwards. So, hydraulic panel. Let's get over here. Right electric, auto. Center 1, center 2 electric. Oh, sorry, that's these ones. There we go. Left electric auto, center air pump. Okay. Left fuel pumps. Right fuel pumps. If there's fuel in the center tanks, there's not in our case. Right. This is the before start, so we're going to wait for that a moment. Like I said, we're taking off from runway 28 right, so let's go here. Where is 28 right? My goodness, this is a mess, isn't it? 28 right is this one. Okay, and we are here, so we're going to want to do, I think we'll do pushback tail to the right. So, better pushback, pre-plan. Yeah, so I think if you push me back like that, that should be fine.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me to the menu when you are ready.
So, let me check the weather. Weather is, altimeter is 1020. So let's get this. There we go. 1020 or 30.11. Let's leave it in this actually. Now this is the only problem with this aircraft. 30.11 and this guy here. Awesome. Right. there was something I wanted to do. Ah, yes, I wanted to play with my joystick. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, that is now sorted. So, back to the EFB. I think we are ready to push back. So,
Grounded cockpit. Tow is driving up.
there we go, tow is driving up. Let's go back to our PA.
Attention, all flight attendants. Doors automatic.
Yeah. So we should see a tug. They usually come driving straight through the side of a building. There he is. He just suddenly appears from inside the building. And he's going to drive through that person as well. Who is that person? Looks like anyone famous? No, just got some really spooky looking eyes. Okay, so I think, we're all good at the moment. And put the red anti-collision switch. I am using my lovely...
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I am using my lovely Airbus Thrustmaster TCA Officer Pack joystick, but I've taken the detents out for the purpose of this, and I have to say it moves quite smoothly. It's very nice. Why are you shouting at me about no V-speeds? That's because I need to set my V-speeds, don't I? And I need to remember how. Let me go back here. So, route, performance, takeoff. V1 should be 1.
Tow connected and bypass
2-9.
zone inserted. Release parking brake.
That should have released
Starting
it. It
pushback.
did.
And you may start engines.
We may start the engines. Okay, we will in a moment. 1, 3, 6 for you. And then 1, 4, 6. And we don't have a reference speed, but that is all good. Okay, so red anti-collision switch on. Push the recall button. I need to remember where the recall button is. It's here. There we go. Okay. And check the trim. We will have to put the trim on. Trim needs to be at 3.2. So you can see it just down here. I'll zoom in a bit. So that's 3. Let's say there. So 1. No, that should be a 3.2. Right, now then. These guys are on auto. So engine start. Secondary engine indications. There we go. Pack control selectors need to move to off. Left engine start selector to ground. Wait for N2 to increase to 15%. That should be this one here. Once it does, we can flick the fuel control switch. There we go. And we've got some life coming in, so we wait for it to idle. Which luckily it will tell us on here when it's idled. That's the generator kicking in. Okay.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Let's put the brakes on. This is not yet
Disconnecting
idle.
tow. Stand by.
Almost there though. Okay, now he is. So, right engine start selector to ground. Again, same thing, we wait for that to get to 15. There we go. And now we can just wait. Which is good, because we can just chill out. So this guy is disconnecting, of course. And we're just waiting for the engine to come and spool itself down. That's the second generator kicking in then. You can see here,
Tow is disconnected and bypass
it's not yet
signal
got enough
never
power
moved.
on the hydraulic
Hand signal on
pumps.
the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
But we do have power here. Oh, there we go. That was the centre hydraulic and the right hydraulic. So we're good. We're almost up to the right level. He's going off to the right. We'll get our hand signal in a moment. There we go, there's our hand signal. Okay. So, before taxi, APU selector off. Which means we should turn the APU generator off as well. Engine anti-ice switches. I don't think we need them today. Let me check the weather. Oh wow, temperature 1 degree. Yeah, let's get those engine switches on. Pack control selectors back to auto. Left isolation switch off. Right isolation switch off. APU bleed off. I'm going to put the wing anti-ice on as well for the purposes of taking off. Status display select. Flap lever check. So we're going to flaps 5 for takeoff. Transponder check. Where's the transponder? Remind me again. Here it is. There we go. TARA. Taxi light switch is. Those are the runway turn-offs. I think that one's taxi. There we go. And now we actually can taxi. So, over to ABS. We are using 28 right. So what we are going to need to do is from here to there, round here. There we go. So if I release the parking brakes, my recirculation fans and utility buses are off, which is slightly odd. Okay, utility buses are back on, and the recirculation fans are as well. I have absolutely no clue what that was about, so a bit more power. Just a little. We don't need a lot. And I'm just going to follow round. We are quite heavy today, to be fair. I'm going to put VNAV on as well. I should arm VNAV. Auto throttle also needs to be armed. Now, is it this right turn here? It is. Only problem with using no ATC, of course, is that I do not get anyone telling me to hold for traffic. That's okay, because we seem to be going the same direction as this fella here. And when we get here, we're turning left. We want full runway. This guy is going to take a shorter runway by the looks of it. Or is he crossing? Who knows? Who knows these things? Whereas, yeah, we're going straight through here. Okay, so we just continue up. Nice. Okay, they should have been doing a safety demonstration already.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fittings one into the other, and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight, as we may experience turbulence. The Boeing 767 has 8 emergency exits. 2 in the front, 2 at the back, and 2 over each wing. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide, which may also be detached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first, and then assist the other person. Keep your mask on until a uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing position. Lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your thighs. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head, pass the straps around your waist, and adjust at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord, only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces. Use the whistle and light to attract attention. Also, your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. The following electronic devices, calculators, CD players, laptop computers, may be used when the seatbelt sign is off, or when permitted by the crew. Mobile telephones, remote-controlled toys, or any electronic devices operating with an antenna must be turned off at all times. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. You will find this and all the other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly suggest you read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight. Thank you.
Okay, that safety demo took a little bit too long, didn't it?
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Yeah, seats for takeoff. And during all of that time, we actually managed to get an extra 0.01 of an inch, amazingly. So, I think we are ready. Let's increase to 1.5. We can release the parking brake and we can go full. And it can of course close this. So we're aiming for 146 for takeoff. V1, VR. There we go. Smooth as butter. There we go, that's quite a pitch, I have to say. Let's bring the landing gear up. There we go. And start to even ourselves out a little. think we can also bring those flaps up. And now we will go with auto. So we're on VNAV speed, we're on LNAV. Now we've got the auto throttle going. All is good in the world. Whew. Let's take a look outside. There we go. So that's KORD down there that we are now leaving from. Let me go for a screenshot. As you are all probably aware, I do like my screenshots. I think that is a good one. Okay. So we're just going to keep climbing for now. And like I said, this isn't the world's longest route. It's pretty good, actually. So let's get the EFB back up. We'll go through the checklist. So we are in climb mode. Weather radar as required. Put it onto WX. Wing landing lights, they turn off at 10,000. I think we're probably going to turn our seatbelts lights off soon. For now, let's continue climbing. Right, we are about to pass 10,000 feet. Once we do, I'll get those wing lights turned off. I feel like my view is wrong. There we go. There we go. So that's 10,000 knots. So those are off. We can now go for seatbelt signs off, which means we will put on PA. We'll do the seatbelt off sign.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move about the cabin.
There we go. So we're not leveling off yet, we're just building speed. So I won't do the level off announcement. So now, there's nothing left for me to say apart from I will see you when it is time to descend. Okay, so we're about 15 nautical miles out, a bit less now. So we've got an FMC message. Reset MCP out. What? Reset MCP out? What on earth is that? I don't know. What is the MCP out? Okay, I actually have no clue. If anyone else knows what the MCP out is, I would love to hear. But yeah, I don't actually know. So, I have had a look on Navigraph, and it appears we should be coming in at 3,000. So, let me dial this down to 3,000. And VNAV should pick up on that straight away. I can also see transition altitude will be 18,000 as well, And we're almost at our top of descent now. I will zoom out just after we get past top of descent. We are not yet in Canada, but we are right on the border. In fact, there we go. So, Canadian border. Let's go north up, please. Yep. It should be. Oh, can't see it on there. Alright, whatever. Yeah. I was hoping we'd be able to see it, but it looks like not. Top of descent. We're almost there, but basically right on top of it. And there we go. So you can hear the engine spooling down. You can hear a cat squeaking. And we should start descending once that speed drops. We've got another message. Drag required. No, we don't need drag. We can fix that. We can fix that ourselves. We're on idle. There we go. So now I can zoom back out a bit. There we go. This point here, CFHBZ, that is the crossover point into Canada. So we're going to be in Canada in a moment, and you can see we are now within 160 nautical miles of landing. So there's not much to do, apart from, of course, I should do the PA to say we've started descending.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that use of all electronic devices during descent and landing is prohibited as it may interfere with the navigational equipment. Thank you.
There we go. Easy. Checklist wise, descent, landing altitude, I set that already. ECAS messages, hit recall. Arrival installed in the FMS, yes. Radios, nav, ILS, ADF and COM, not yet tuned, no. I do need to tune the ILS. Now. Descent. That one? No. I always forget how to do this. Take off. Approach, there it is. So, ILS for 3.1 is 110.3. .3, and it should be on a heading of 315. There we go. So that is tuned. Landing flaps selected, already done. I've put in 30 degrees, which gives us 132 now, apparently. There we go. VREF needs to be entered, so VREF will be 132. And it's got that. Awesome. Okay. Decision height is going to be... Oh, I'm not sure. We're going to be doing a Cat 1, a Cat 3. So we'll put in a decision height of 100, I think. Ooh, that was a bit quick. There we go. And auto brake. Well, we're still descending. We don't really need an auto brake yet, I don't think. So yeah, we've got plenty of time. We're still not in Canada, like I said. Almost there. Not quite there. But 19 miles. It's literally right on the border. But yeah. I suppose we'll just continue on our way down. Can I do this? I can. Look at that. So yeah, let's just do that. You can see exactly how we're getting on. Let me move that up because I can see it sitting over the top of our logo. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, let's continue on our descent. Okay, just about to pass transition altitude, so we should be going to 3012, which is actually what we're on already, so that's good. And I can see currently temperature -10, wind 330 at 13. Okay, so we are on our way down, and let's just check our checklist. Auto brake, well, we'll set it for now to 1. We can change that later. So that's the approach. We're not at the approach yet, but we have now passed transition altitude, so put both of these onto 30.012 and 30.12 even. And yeah, we're just going to continue down for now. I'll put the seatbelt signs on, I don't know, round about 6,000 feet, something like that. If I look on Navigraph, we do not have a star, so we're coming straight in for the approach. ILS Z, runway 31, or if you're American, I think it's ILS Z. I'm not quite sure on that one, to be honest. So the ILS is set up, that's all good. Weather is still set up, again, all good. Yeah. Nothing much to do at the moment, although I should change my range actually. 46 nautical miles until the next point. You can see that we're not far away now, but we've got a healthy wind coming in at the moment. What did I say winds were at arrival? 330 at 13 knots. So it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride down, I think. At the moment, 37 knot headwind. If that doesn't drop soon, I'm going to have to put the seatbelt signs on earlier than expected. But we'll see for now. For now, we're going well. The VNAV path is all good. And the radio height is actually 200. There we go. Terrain, we're okay. So yeah, just weather. Weather's currently on 0. He's also on auto? No. Okay, so we are currently... We want to get that. So that we just have a little bit of ground scatter. There we go. Ground scatter at the top. That's perfect. It will probably need adjusting as we get further down. Packs have got a nice view. It's very gentle ride down, really. Nothing major to report about. Put these on. I probably should have put these on already. I'll back up engines. Now that's good. The bulk cargo temperature has finally, or all of the cargo temps have finally got to 0. I've had the heaters on the entire time, yet it's still been below freezing. It's just been so cold up here, we've not been able to do anything. Okay, so we're approaching 10,000, which is why the aircraft is pitched up, and we're currently shedding speed. I will put the landing lights on, put the nose gear lights on as well. The wind has dropped a little. As you can see, we're now at 24 for headwind, so we're not doing so badly. And we aren't having any weather coming up, so I think we'll adjust this to 0. We'll just switch it over to turbulence mode. So we'll put it back down to 2, 3, but we'll leave it on turb mode. So we're aiming for 240, we're below 250, so that's fine. And we should do a PA announcement, I think, but which one? Suppose the seatbelts on the sign would be the next one, but I said I'd do that at about 7,000. So we've got a bit of time still before we do that. How's it looking outside now? close that. A bit cloudy, but apparently I have visibility of 10 nautical miles or more. Just do a quick check on the weather again. Altimeter is the same, temperature is the same, wind is the same. So we will be there soon. As you can see, we're going to go round, and I think that's looping back like that. That's what it looks like anyway. Let's close that down, and I'm going to turn the weather off now. The weather's starting to annoy me. There we go. Turn the weather off completely. Awesome. There we go. That's better. Right. So is there anything out here? No. I don't see much. It's a bit hazy, isn't it? But the airport is about 10 nautical miles away. So we should be able to see it very soon. Pretty much straight ahead of us. Ah. That's the airport there. Nice. Winnipeg Airport. And I think we're close enough to 7,000 now that I can put the seatbelt signs on. We're good to the EFB. Put the seatbelt sign on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Okay, so no smoking seatbelts. We'll put the seatbelts on. No smoking on as well. Wing landing lights on. Altimeters checked. Arrival and approach updated, yes. So, next step is after landing. Okay, so we'll go to the PA. We'll do the before landing check.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes our aircraft will land at the destination airport. For your safety, we ask you to remain seated until the aircraft comes to a complete stop and the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. When preparing to depart, please make sure to take all your personal belongings with you. Attention international travelers, if you are continuing your flight, follow the signs to international transit area.
There we go. And there, then, is our airport. I think I'm going to try and screenshot this one. But I need to wait until we get a little closer. There. Okay. Just a little bit of messing around. So let's bring these two up. So 5,000 feet. We're doing well. The only thing I don't remember is whether I have to. I think I have to control the speed manually, but I'm not quite sure. We're still on our way down to 3,000 feet. We've still got plenty of time to do that. So I'm really not concerned about getting down. Ooh. Now, I've got Asher on, the advanced shadows, but that's still looking a little bit funny. I think I need to check the settings of Asher after. But that's a nice screenshot. You can see we're still too high on the glide slope, but we're nowhere near the glide slope, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, and now we're spot on. It does this sometimes. It'll flick around a little bit as it realises where we're trying to aim for. We're making this turn. And it's expected we need to be at 2400 apparently. Interesting. I thought we had to be at 3000. Okay, yeah. Our next descent point is there, which is 3000 or above. Not quite sure what's going on here. So let's put that back to 3000. Muzib is our next point. So yeah, I don't know why we've got this weird shape. I can't work out what on earth this shape is meant to be now. Let's get rid of those. What's that down there? Oh, a bit of city skyline. Nice. Okay, the speed has now started dropping back. Okay. That's good. Altitude alert. We're good. Don't worry, mate. We're all fine. We know what we're doing. Just about. Just about. Weather check. Everything is still the same. So that's fine. So, go to flaps 1. We should start descending again, I hope. Yep, there we go. Starting to descend again. Now, what on earth is he trying to do now? Is he trying to turn that way for ZHT? That's interesting. Why would you turn that way? A bit odd, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to turn that off and just leave this one up. So where's the airport? Off to the side here. There we go. Okay, we should very soon be able to hit the localizer then. I think. No, not yet. We're going to intercept the localizer at ZHT. Okay, so we can put the localizer on then, but we won't grab it yet. Drop the speed down to 172. You should be able to descend at the same time as doing that. It's flaps 5. So, what flaps are we on now? Let's get another level of flap down. We should pick up the localizer in a second. And we can probably now go down to 1, 3, 2, drop the landing gear, and extend to full flaps. And We are far too high on the approach. So, we've got auto throttle controlling the speed for us. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? I need to do that. Okay, buddy. I know. This is not a smooth approach. But we're getting there. Now we're coming back on path.
1,000.
1,000, thank you. Oh, I haven't flown a Boeing in such a long time. I've actually forgotten. I kind of completely forgot about the fact that you have to hold the joystick, or really it shouldn't be a joystick, but I completely forget. In an Airbus, you just push it into position and let go. The Boeing, no. You actually need to control it properly. But we are almost down. So now I think would be the time to turn off auto throttle. Come on, let's get you down, girl.
50.
Let's put those up. Gonna need that up. We're floating. We're floating.
30. Light slope.
No,
20.
we're going around.
10.
Light slope. Light slope. Light slope. Light slope. Light slope.
Whoa. Get that up. Get our flaps retracted all the way. Let's pitch ourselves down because we're pitching like crazy here. Heading select. We are overspeeding, yes. Auto throttle on. Speed armed. Autopilot on. There we go. Get that speed up to 212. And we'll hold ourselves at 2400 while I do what I should have done already, which is check what the go-around procedure is. So, climb to 3000, track 315 to Vogig. Ah, here it is. Here's Vogig right here. So, let's do a flight level change. 212. In fact, we've done forward traction. We can do it at 240, I think. There we go, and we're rocketing. Slow yourself, girl, slow yourself. My goodness. That was one hell of an overshoot. So, from Vogig, we're going to have to turn to 90 degrees. Now, this is something I do miss, and I'm so glad we have it in Boeings. It makes life so much easier. That I can do heading hold and heading select and fiddle it around like that. Right, let's turn to 90 degrees, please. In fact, 90 is probably wrong, isn't it? I should have done 405, 45 degrees. 45, is that right? Yeah. Let's change that to 45. Then we're basically 90 degrees to the runway. And I think we should probably do an announcement. Cancel takeoff. cancelled landing.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, the captain has cancelled the landing. Please remain seated and keep your seat belts fastened. We will attempt to land again shortly.
There we go. Now, if I open up AVI tab and go to, what is this? CYWG. And if we go to our approach, ILSZ, runway 31. There we go. We can see ourselves. We are there. So we can now turn to another 90 degrees. 90 degrees will be 135. There we go. And now we are running parallel to the runway. So we've got plenty of time now to get back down to here. ZHT is where we pick it up, basically. Yeah, ZHT is the NDB. It looks like that's probably the right location. Yeah. Okay, so let's just continue on down. You can see that we're now coming down nicely. Got plenty of time to make this. We've got loads of fuel. I'm really not concerned about fuel. 3.8 tons left. That's absolutely fine. Let's do a quick check though of the weather. It's still the same, but it started warming up at... Oh no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. I was on the wrong place. So the weather is exactly the same. Right, let's continue. I'll just jump cut until we get back to the localizer again. Okay, so we are coming up to the localizer point again, so I'm going to put it on. Oh, and we've captured it already. Nice. And approach mode is on as well. Good. We are looking very good. So, at Musib, we should be max 200 and 3,000 feet. You should be at 2,400 by there. So we'll set this down to 24. Altitude alert. Oh, quiet down you. Right, let's do a weather check. Everything is still the same. That is good. We're going to be coming up on the localizer very soon, I think. Right. Speeds. Speed. So let's get this down. Go down to 172. So, I'm going to close this now, I think. So we'll go to our next set of flaps. We seem to be on the right path. There's the runway up ahead. We should pick up the glide slope at any moment, I hope. Glide slope. Awesome. That is what we needed. Okay, we'll let the engines throttle down to work out what we're doing. And then we're going to drop the speed down to 132. So auto brakes, we put them on off for now. I don't think we need them. We're struggling a bit here to slow. So put some spoiler out. Oh, what's going on here? I don't quite know what that was about. My views all seem to have moved. Okay. Right, we can go to our next set of flaps now though. Speed brake extended, yeah, okay, we know about that one, that's fine. What are we on? We're on flaps 15 at the moment. And we are still spot on. Although we are a little bit fast. Okay, flaps 20. And gear down. And we should shed speed very quickly here. Gear not down. Well, the gear is coming down. There we go. Speed brakes are in. And we can now go to full flaps. And I will disengage. So we're still on
500.
Still on auto throttle. Doing this by eye now. Come on, girl. Okay. Doing well. Just need to pitch ourselves down a little bit more.
100.
Okay,
50.
looking good.
40.
Auto throttle off.
20. 10.
Let's throttle back. And reverse thrust. We've got reverse green. We've got some applause from the back. We were not very straight on the landing there, but it was okay. So 60 knots. This reverses off. There we go. Right. Let's get this guy started. And we're still a little bit fast, so we'll just slow him down. Get that flight director turned off now. And there we go. Get the white collision light off, nose gear off as well, the taxi light on. You can put the APU generator on, of course. And yeah, where do we need to taxi to? Let's have a look. No, we are CYWG. Oh, okay, we've got quite a long taxi to the terminal actually. We're going to have to cross runway 36. Yeah, and then head up there. Parking spots are all around here, it appears. So, okay. We can do that, we can do that. Let's do a PA announcement first, after landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you at our destination. The local weather is cold and dry. Minus 10 degrees centigrade. The local time is 11:40 a.m. For your safety and comfort, we ask that you please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe to move about. Please check around your seat for any personal belongings you may have brought on board with you, and please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as heavy articles may have shifted around during the flight. If you require departing assistance, please remain in your seat until all other passengers have departed. One of our crew members will then be pleased to assist you. We remind you to wait until inside the terminal to use any electronic devices, or to smoke in the designated areas. On behalf of our airline and the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.
There we go. So, checklist. After landing, APU. It was on start, it's fine. That's fine. Exterior lights, check, yep. Flap lever up. Let's do that. Okay, transponder should now go to standby. So, shutdown. We'll do that one in a minute. We need to get ourselves parked up first. Oh, I need to get those flaps, those spoilers pulled back in. There we go. So, where should we park? Whoa, what is that? There's a Cathay Pacific. It looks very cool. Right, I should probably go for a screenshot here. And maybe slow down a little as well. I'm pretty sure I have some views. No, not really. Alright. So, where should we go? Where should we go? Where should we go? I quite fancy a jetway. But we've gone the wrong way for a jetway, so I think we're going to be parking over there. So, -10. That is mighty cold, I must say. Mighty, mighty cold. It's our cockpit temperature, 21. My goodness, these guys are going to freeze to death. We should turn that down then. Let's turn them off. And try and get these guys to cool a little. Otherwise, yeah, they're going to have a bit of a fit when they get off the plane and realise how cold it is. Now, bulk cargo is ridiculously hot as well. I think I should turn off the cargo heating. Yeah, it's cooling down a little now. Bit of a long taxi actually, much longer than I thought we'd do. It's good though, it gives everyone time to cool down a little. Although that change in temperature is probably going to hit them quite hard. It's -10 outside, and it's still 19, 18 inside. For the next flight, we're actually going to be getting out of X-plane. So you'll see exactly what we're doing when we get there. But yes, we will not be flying X-plane next time. I just want to pull over to the side slightly, give ourselves ample room to swing round, because this is a bit of a tight turn here. Trying to ensure we don't end up overrunning. Because we're quite wide. Oh, we did that pretty well actually.
Sir, if I may say so, it's seems to be a dash cold in the cabin.
Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. Everyone's getting off in a second. Right, where should we pull in? Alright, we'll just pull in over there then. Slap, bang, in between these two guys. Biggest plane here. Look at that, that looks cool. This is not a custom airport. This is actually X-Plane standard. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Right. Come on then. Okay, so let's go to the EFB, get the checklist. Parking brake, set. There we go. APU selector, we don't need that. Yes, that's done. Wing and anti-ice. Okay. Fuel cutoff switches. Off. Seatbelt selector. Can now, we'll put that one on auto, and that one to off. We'll do a PA announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move about the cabin.
So, I don't know. Which one are we doing? Which one are we doing? Left electric. That's this one, isn't it? Yeah, off. Center 1, center 2. Okay. Right. Left fuel pump. Right fuel pump. Center's already off. Red anti-collision off. Position. Okay. Wheel chocks in place. Flight deck door unlocked. So, unlock the door. We'll go to the ground. We'll get ourselves some chocks. We'll get ourselves some stairs. A passenger bus. We don't need a de-icing truck yet. No, not a fuel truck actually. Loader, yes. Waste units as well, yep. Okay. Then we can open the left front door. And I think the left rear. We've got stairs on both. No, we've got a loading unit. Why is my loading unit the wrong side? It's weird. But what that does also mean is I need... Is it that one? Yeah, there we go. That's what we need. Okay. PA, say goodbye.
The captain speaking. I hope you've enjoyed your flight on this aircraft and hope to see you again in the near future. On behalf of Flight Factor and Step to Sky, I wish you all the best. Thank you and goodbye.
There we go. So, left IRS off. Center off. Right off. Emergency light switch unguarded. And I never know how to do that. Like a secret toggle or something? I don't know. We'll ignore that one. Right, left off. Right off. Pack control switches. Oh, no, that one should be on auto. Off. Front exterior doors open. Rear exterior are open as well. And that's it. We've turned the position light switches off. We haven't put an APU, we haven't put anything in. So I will unload. Thank you everyone for joining. We've landed here in Winnipeg. Oh. Did I leave the taxi lights on? Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. And next time we will be heading off a different simulator, like I said. So I will see you very soon. Bye bye.